projects. Aamir knows it very well. A lot of people struggling to do movies and
to get society and every member of society. When we take a celebrity to an orphanage, it's not that one visit of a celebrity solves the orphans' needs in India. We focus. But I don't know if I should list all that we do. The tsunami victims, obviously there's no celebrity there. When we do something in the riot-torn areas, there's no celebrity.
Your movie releases somewhere in December, and the finals of this are somewhere in Feb. So, Aamir, I just want to know your personal involvement when you go for any cause. I know you get highly involved with anything that you do. Your involvement as far as this particular project goes, is it till the movie is on and then something else comes up, or to what extent are you going to stand? And another thing is, I was just wondering, you've achieved a lot in this business and a lot of things. So, as I was asking Mr. Paragi, Aamir, if you see another project that's coming up with the kids and stuff like that, and a lot of potential people, would you go out to help people in that area? Or?
Well, let me answer your first question first. I would be involved with this project actually right up to Feb. Well, not intimately, because of course the team will be doing that. But I would very much like to meet the 10 children who have been selected. And I think that's on the cards. So I think that would happen sometime in Feb, And your other question, sorry, what was your other question? Would I involve myself with other activities related to children, etc.? Well, at this point of time, I'm trying to create as much awareness as I can about the film that we have made. I think it's a very important film, and I really feel that, apart from being a mainstream entertainer, apart from being that, it is a film that I believe will have a strong impact on society. And my endeavor is to try and create as much awareness about it. So certainly activities which center around children would be something that I would like to be involved with. I've spent 2 years making a film on children. So that's certainly an activity I'm interested in. But having made the film, it would be my endeavor, genuinely, to try and create as much awareness as I can about the film. And for that, if I have to, be part of certain activities which are related to children especially, I would very much like to be part of that.
Wait, this is for you. The film was written by Amol Gupte, then you took over the reins, and we know, but I just want to ask you directly, though I read about it, what really made you take over the reins? Were you not happy with the way he was trying to make the film?
Well, certainly it's not a comfortable situation for any one of us involved, and it's extremely unfortunate. However, the fact of the matter is that yes, we did have creative differences, and as a result of which we mutually decided that I would continue. That's all that is there. That's all that is important actually to your question. It would not be comfortable for me to go into the details. I think it's something really that Amol and I would like to keep to ourselves ideally. You can understand that I would not like to discuss this.
Right. One more thing, there was one more film releasing, Hanuman Returns. It has been postponed. Was that a mutual decision, or the film got postponed to 28th, I guess.
I'm not aware of that.
It's said that, you kind of called them to postpone the film. Is it a fact? I just want to clarify it.
Well, I did have a conversation with Shailinder, who I think is the producer of the film. And in any scenario, it is ideal for a film not to clash with another. So whether it's Hanuman or TZP, certainly the business gets divided, or the audience gets divided, the attention gets divided. So ideally, I don't think any producer would like to come on a day there where other films are releasing. But I'm not aware of what happened after that conversation. So I've not kept tabs on that. But ideally, films should not release on the same day. Sometimes they do, can't help it.
Aamir?
December, which also is a film which carries a message, like yours.
Are there any other films releasing also?
Welcome. Welcome.
I think all are welcome.
So it's like welcome
can
to
I
the
say?
commercial. It's an out and out comedy, which comedies are in fashion right now. Let's say fashion. So do you think Halla Bol and Taare Zameen Par, being two films on like a message based film, both could actually?
You know, I don't think any of the films that you all have mentioned will be anything close to Taare Zameen Par. So, so I feel that every film has its appeal, and in my opinion, as a person who belongs to the film industry, I would very much like every film to do well. I think a lot of hard work goes into each film. So the ideal situation is that every film should get a good audience, and I mean, assuming the film is good and it should get a good audience. That's what I would ideally like. With the way the film has turned out, and I think Taare Zameen Par is an extremely unusual film. I don't know whether you will like it or not, but I can be sure that you haven't seen a film like it, like this ever in Indian cinema.
Well, we like the promos for sure. Okay, I have a list of questions, but I won't be able to answer question on all of them. So, just one more question.
Yeah.
Your blog.
Oh.
I've been following it.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Are you one of the bloggers on it?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What's your ID? I'll look out for you.
Noyon.
Sorry?
Noyon. N-Y-O-N.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your blog. Is this one way you're actually communicating to your fans without a media in between? You have something against the media?
My God, I must have been asked that question a million times.
That's a fun question to ask.
Well, yeah, I suppose so. No, I have nothing against the media, and this might be hard to believe. But I really don't have anything personal against the media or media people. I do have certain issues with the kind of reporting that happens sometimes. And I think I also feel that this field is going through a phase where there's a lot happening. Suddenly there have been a lot of newspapers, suddenly there have been a lot of news channels coming up, and as a result there is a scramble for eyeballs and TRPs. I hope this is a phase, because I really feel that in any field that we look at, there is a core responsibility, there is a primary responsibility that you need to fulfill. As a filmmaker, as a film person, as an actor, my primary responsibility is to entertain. As long as I'm entertaining, I'm doing my primary responsibility at the very least. Along with that, if I can do other stuff, great. But at least, at the very least, the film industry is fulfilling its primary responsibility, and that is to entertain. To give you another few examples, the police force, for example, the primary responsibility is to maintain law and order. Or the judiciary is, the primary responsibility is to impart justice. So as long as you're, on the whole, by and large, sticking to your primary responsibility, you're doing a great job. The media, for example, has the primary responsibility of the media is to report accurately and honestly. And to be responsible in what it is reporting. There has, in my opinion, there has been, some deviation from that over the last couple of years that I've seen. So I don't have an issue with media people. A lot of them are my friends. In fact, I know a number of you all sitting here. I've met you all in different places. So I really don't have anything personal against the media. I promise. Believe me.
All right.
So sorry, let me just get back to the blog thing. So actually the blog was not to avoid the media in any way. Certainly not. I mean, I'm much more available now to the media than I was before Rang De Basanti, and Pradeep will second that. Or Fana for that matter. And so, I mean, my last two films, I didn't give any interviews because that was the time that I really didn't know how to deal with the media. I was nonplussed. I really didn't know how to do it, so I just kept quiet. That's the only thing I could think of. But so no, the blog is not to, but it's certainly something that I'm enjoying very much. So I'm very much enjoying the one-to-one connection that I can have with my audience. So it's not as if I would not be giving interviews or stuff like that.